Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today this is Cynthia Eleowa. So on today's video I'm going to show you guys how I made this tasty delicious homemade Nigerian bread. To make this bread is very easy and it can be fun making. You can decide to make it with your children, you can decide to make it with your family members or your friends, you know, this holiday season. Happy holidays and have a wonderful Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. So for this delicious homemade bread recipe, we're going to be using 2 kg 500 grams of bread flour, 3 cups of sugar, 3 cups of milk, 9 tablespoons of melted butter, 7 eggs, 3 teaspoons of salt, 6 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 6 tablespoons of active yeast, and 3 cups of water. First, we're going to start by adding a cup of water to a bowl, and then we're going to add a tablespoon of sugar, and then we're going to add the yeast. Now we're going to mix everything together, and we're going to leave it to prove for about 3 to 5 minutes. We do this to be able to activate the yeast and also to check if the yeast is okay or not. Now on another bowl, we're going to try to sieve the flour and make the flour come alive. Okay. Now after sieving the flour, we're going to add in the sugar, and we're going to add in our salt, and then we'll give this a thorough mix. Then we're going to add in our yeast, then we're going to add in our egg, now we're going to add in the milk, we're going to add in the apple cider vinegar, and we're going to add in the butter. Now we'll start mixing. Now we're going to mix. We'll keep mixing until we start getting a smooth dough. Now we're going to start adding the remaining water little by little. And we mix. So we're going to keep kneading until we get a smooth dough. We'll knead and keep kneading until everything mixes up properly. Now we're going to sprinkle some flour on our work table. Now we're going to transfer the dough on our work table and start kneading. We're going to keep kneading until about 4 to 5 minutes until we get a smooth, soft dough. So as you knead, if you feel like the need of adding more flour, you just sprinkle a little. Do not overdo it, because when you overdo it, your bread will come out hard. So guys, after kneading for about 4 to 5 minutes, this is what your dough is going to look like. Okay, it's going to be very light, very soft, and you will know that it's ready when you press it down. When you just press your finger down on it and it comes up immediately, then you know that your dough is ready. So now I'm going to coat my bowl with oil or butter, you know, whichever one you choose. So you're just going to coat it like this. And now I'm going to transfer this dough into the bowl. And I'm also gonna coat it with a little butter, you know, just to make sure that everything is properly coated. Now I'm gonna cover this with a cling film, okay, and with a damp cloth. Now after covering the dough with a film cling and cloths, you're gonna put it in the oven. Now I've preheated my oven so it's warm and nice, so I'm just gonna take this and put in my oven and let it sit for about an hour. So guys, now it's been up to an hour since I let the dough sit in the oven, and as you can see now is, you know, it has risen twice or triple the former size. Now if you notice, we have two bowls here. This is because I realized that the dough was much, so I had to divide the dough, you know. I just took out a little and put it inside the other. So this is the whole dough, and yeah, now this is how it is. So we're gonna just give it a punch to remove air, you know. So now I'm gonna add this to here. I'm gonna add this, and then I'm gonna punch it down. Punch it down to reduce air from it. Then we're gonna transfer it to our working place. So guys, now I'm just gonna transfer this dough to my floored work table, and then I'm gonna knead it for a little while just to remove air from it. Just knead for about, you know, a minute. Now I'm gonna divide this dough into maybe 6 equal parts because I want my bread to come out very light and fluffy and nice. I don't want it to be dense. So yeah, if you make it too much, it's gonna be dense. It's not gonna cook properly. So I'm gonna divide it into 6 equal parts. Then I'm gonna work with one after the other. So now, like I said before, if you find it difficult to work with, just sprinkle some flour and then start working with it. Now I'm gonna divide this one into 2 again. So now we're gonna knead this dough for about a minute, okay, just to remove some more air from it, and then we're gonna give it the shape we want, whatever shape you want. So I'm gonna be giving the bread shape. So now we're gonna give it the shape we want, and to achieve that, you're just gonna, you know, tuck this in. Keep tucking it in, and folding it at the same time. Just keep doing that, and yeah, this is it. So now we're going to coat our pan with some oil. Then we're going to sprinkle some flour on it. Now we're gonna dust out any excess flour. And then we're just gonna put in the dough and let it sit. So guys, after kneading and putting the dough in the pans, this is what, you know, they are looking like. And now we're just gonna cover the dough with some cloths, okay, and then we're gonna let it sit for about 40 minutes to 50 minutes, and then we bake. So we're gonna let it sit because we want it to rise again and be ready for baking. It's been up to 50 minutes since I let this since I covered the dough with the cloth, and now it's time to bake. As you can see, it's rising, okay. This isn't how it was before I covered them with the cloth. So now it's risen and is ready to go into the oven, and I'm gonna start baking them now. I'm gonna put this in the oven. My oven is already on, okay, so I've already preheated it for about 10 minutes and it's still on. So I'm just gonna put this in the oven, and yeah, if you notice, you see there's water, there's a tray of water in there. This to help the oven steam. It's gonna help it steam and allow the bread to cook very well before turning brown. Yeah, because without the water, there's a tendency the bread is gonna burn, okay. So that's why the water is there. It's gonna steam up the oven and make the bread cook properly. So I'm just gonna put this in, and I'll leave it to bake for about 45 to 50 minutes. Yeah, check the bread using a skewer. You put it in, and if it comes out neat, you know that the bread is ready, it's done. But if not, like this one now, you know that it's not ready yet. So you have to continuously check it to make sure that, you know, your bread is cooking properly. So yeah, we'll still leave it for some more time and come back to it later. So guys, it's been up to 50 minutes since I started baking the bread, and now as you can see, the bread is ready, okay. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna rub some butter on the bread, you know, to keep it keep the moisture in so that it won't be hard. I'm just gonna rub the butter on it, and then I'm gonna allow it to cool before serving. Now this butter gives it moisture, and it also enhances the flavor of the bread. So now we're gonna let it cool, and then we're gonna cut it. So guys, now I've allowed the bread to cool down, and I'm gonna put it on the rack now and slice. And I'm gonna bring out this one. Yeah, so this is it. Now I'm gonna slice the bread and see how it looks inside. As you can see, it's really nice. It's looking really nice, and it's well done, see, and very chewy if you choose to just cut it out with your fingers. So this is it guys, the delicious homemade Nigerian bread. This bread is very easy to make, okay, and it also can be fun making it. So this is it guys. The bread is really soft and fluffy, very tasty and yummy. So here you have it, tasty, delicious Nigerian homemade bread. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel support my channel. And yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. I always like to know your thoughts. Don't forget to share also if you find this video interesting. Okay, and yeah, that'll be all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you. Bye.